Welcome back to episode 2 of Partridge Garage. Today, we're waiting on parts for the engine, and I need to make a cross member, and we're running into issues with that. So instead of addressing all of that, because I have no money, we're going to ignore it, and we're going to work on still that car, but we're going to take pieces off of this turd and put on my car. We're going to take the rear end gear out, take the axles out, take the brake rotors out, and take the rear shocks out, and we're going to plop it all into that car in a day and a half. Sounds easy. It doesn't. But yeah, glad you're here. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I went over an overview of this car, so we'll do that first. I don't know if you can see the car, but it is a 05, it's a Toyota Camry. Whenever they first were back into NASCAR, it's a Gen 4 car. It's not a Gen 5 car, at least. Yeah, I don't think it's a Gen 4 car. It's not. It's a Gen 4 car. I don't think it's a Gen 5 car. No, it's definitely not a Gen 5 car. It's a Gen 4 car. It's got a Robert Yates Racing chassis on it. It's a 110-inch wheelbase, so it was more likely a Busch Series car. It does have a NASCAR sticker on it, inspection sticker, but I have no history on it at all. So who knows? The thing is hammered. Like the hood is a wave. Every body part has a dent in it, and some of them are pretty bad. The fender's ripped in half where the hinge is. It's great. Chassis still good, which is cool. But yeah, we're gonna take the good parts off this one and then push this piece of turd outside. So let's jack up the rear of the car, and we're gonna start taking stuff apart. So yeah. What I should have done, I should have cleaned my toolbox out. Gonna be regretting that later. Need some blocks of wood to get this thing high enough for the jack stand. Two. Let's try 2. This jack stand gotta go pretty damn high. Where are we gonna go? Please don't fall. Okay, that's it. Okay, so just this one won't come up. Something blocking it. Yep. Damn it. The dirt dauber's nest in there. And there's something in my ear now. I'm already covered in dust. Yep. Get out of there. Damn. Damn. No wonder I couldn't get the damn jack up. Freaking dirt daubers. Anyways, now I get to lay in it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. I am already covered in junk. Watch the paint. Watch the This wheel, oh, it's got 3. I thought it only had 2. I'll say this wheel only got 2 lug nuts. Oh, there's a bird's nest. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I bought this car out of a garage, by the way. I don't know why there's a bird's nest right there. Or some kind of critter's nest. I'd like to figure out what kind of gear this thing's got before I take it apart. I mean, either way. It really takes 2 people to count tire rotations, though. Get out of there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the way this works, you've got brake rotor here that sits over the hub like any regular car, except these are bolted. This rotor is bolted to this hat right here. And then this is a full floating axle. And so there's an axle shaft in here with a cap. And I'll show you that when it comes out. There's no bolt, there's no flange. It's just a hub here. I'll show you what that means in a second. So once you get the wheel off, some hubs are different. This style hub has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts, and it sits around. Some hub bolts are in the center, and you pull the axle. It just depends on the type of hub. But then you just take the axle, and you pull it all the way out. And there's your axle. And then you do the same for the other side, and then the center section, the pumpkin, is ready to come out. Welcome back. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I could care less. Yeah, my team still sucks. It's okay, though. So today, let me back up. Yesterday, I didn't record much because my microphones died and it was dark out. And so yeah, I got the rear gear out of the car, I got everything out of the car, and I got the car put back together, and it's on the ground. So now we get to focus on this one, putting the rear gear in. And I found out some stuff. I'll show you what I mean. It's good, it's not good. It'll be like that though. If you're wondering why I'm all bundled up here, yesterday it was 80 degrees and nice and sunny, and today it's 50 degrees, barely, and cold and wet and rainy. Yeah, it's great. Texas weather, you know. Yeah, it's cold in here today. So yeah, so we're gonna jack up the rear of the car, get the rear tires off of it, and go from there. And I want to show you the rear gear and stuff on it too, so you guys know what I'm talking about. So I got everything on my table here except for the axles and the shocks. They're over on my toolbox. But I marked the gears and I counted them, and we have a 600 gear. This car will do 40 miles an hour in 4th gear, if we're lucky. It's not going to stay like that forever, but it's what we have and what we've got to work with, because I am broke. It is a limited slip. I can see the springs and clutches in there, and it seems to work pretty good too. It turns freely. I got to clean it up before we stab it in the car. But yeah. All right, let's jack up this car without killing myself. I'd like to get the car level, but that's not gonna happen because these jack stands are tall. It's okay though, it's okay, it's okay. I've got no room back here. Now let's figure out where we're at. No, it's dirty. Shoot. Should jack it up right here like we did on the other car. Try that. I don't like that. I like that a lot better. There we go. One, two. That's better. That side needs to come up though. The back is level, just need to get, because it's, I don't like that. Give me this. I want to get this car level while I'm doing this. Ah! That's a lot better. I think the car's actually level now. Yeah, the car's level. Hell yeah, brother. Or it's damn close. I think it's level. All right. Now we can do what I need to do, which is clean the rear gear, clean the axles, put some RTV over there, somehow plop this heavy sumbitch in there. I ain't figured out how I'm gonna do that yet. Rebuilding. Not what I wanted to do, whatever. All right, we'll let that dry. All right, let's clean this out from under here. Come on, come on. Okay. This thing's heavy. I'm nervous. Hold up. I bet. Turn around, it might be better. Yeah. Turn around. Wow. Well, there's plenty of room right here to sit up in the car. That's good, I guess. Come on, Nick. Oh, come on. Shit, I smeared the gasket. Whoops. How bad is it? Let me go get some gasket. Some more gasket material. I don't think that's gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna go anywhere. Woo! That thing's heavy. Thank God there's enough room to sit up underneath the car. Right. Gasket material. Oh, shoot. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Just need to go get all the nuts, tighten this bitch down, and be done. And we'll clean the excess gasket maker off. Come on. All right, rear gear's in. We're gonna let that stuff cure. Take a couple days, but we're gonna go ahead and put the axles in. Yep. Sweet. The hard part's done. That was the hardest part. That thing's heavy. All right. Now we just take the axle and we just slide her on in. There's a driver and a passenger side axle, obviously, because one's longer than the other because it's a 9-inch. This is the driver's side. And you see you got the axle here. And then you just take it and you just slide it in the housing. Come on. Come on. Gotta work it. There we go. Had to get over that hump. There we go. And there you go. It's in. Actually, no, it's not. Just kidding. Got it. There. But let me put that spline grease on. Spline grease! Now imagine you apply it pretty liberally because you don't want this thing to eat up. If I had to guess. I hate how I'm about to use my hands. Oh yeah, that's... interesting. I wonder how much... I'm just gonna coat the whole fucking thing. I'm gonna coat the whole thing because I don't know any better. Okay. Oop. All right, so I got the rear axles in. I may or may not have put the wrong side in first, like long, short. Anyway, they're in now. They both turn. Everything seems pretty good. I need to put a gear roll in it when the RTV dries. Now we're gonna look at shocks. I gotta find a bolt for this to go through. We're gonna put the shocks in. They will work. And then we're gonna look at the calipers and try to figure out how to get this spacing right for this rotor. Because if you look, it goes on like this. Oh, like, oh. Come on. Come on. Hold up. Come on. Come on. Damn. The hell? I know you got more than that in you. I'm almost certain you do. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we've got a gap about that big versus where the caliper sits, where the rotor sits, and I don't think that's going to work. Look here. Yeah, we need about a inch spacer or something. I have to look into that. But yeah, let me find some bolts for the shocks. We'll put the shocks in and we're gonna call it a day, guys. All right, guys. So camera died for a little bit and some other stuff. You didn't really miss much. As you saw earlier, I got the rear gear in, I got the axles in, I got the brakes on, and I've got this caliper just loosely put in with some hardware, but there's like an inch gap from the backing plate to where it bolts up, so I need like some kind of spacer. I also got the rear shocks in, as you can see. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Next thing I'd like to do is work on the front brakes. I've got the rotors off the other car, but I need a spacer adapter for the front brake calipers. And then I gotta find front shocks that work. These shocks on my table here, that's a mess. I've got two of them that are long enough, it's this one, and I believe this one, but they're blown out. They're completely blown out and they need to be rebuilt, and I don't know if I'm gonna rebuild them or have someone rebuild them. I don't know any process about that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at. Also need to come back eventually. I need to pick The tail of the transmission needs to come up, because if I zoom in, you might be able to see it. You see that kind of cross member? It's really dark back there where the tail housing is. It's the drive shaft's going to hit that, especially when you're going down bump stuff. So that's not good. So we need to work on that. And then I've got to drill this bolt out right here, this bolt hole eventually. But yeah, we're looking good on the car. That's update number 2. Hopefully pretty soon we can have this thing back on the ground. Thanks, guys.